Well, hello and welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a February 2023 reading for the sign of Taurus. If this is the first time to my channel, Taurus, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Just want to give a shout out and a big, humongous thank you to all my subscribers and those of you who have been so generous to donate on my Buy Me a Coffee account. I truly, deeply appreciate that. Okay, we have all kinds of cards flipping out for Taurus for February 2023. Let's see what you got going. This is too many, so we're definitely putting that back in Taurus. February 2023. Move these over so we won't go too far off the camera. Try not to do that. Okay. Taurus 2023, February. I'm not really needing to say a whole lot. It's kind of just happening. It's kind of organic. It's just organically coming out here. Okay? If you insist. You insist. Okay. Let's start this sucker again. It's not going too good. I like this incense, but it takes a lot for it to get started. It's like some kind of natural wood. And this one is hickory. Hopefully you've gotten some here. Sorry, tourist, I don't want to waste your time with that. It may go out again. And it may fall over. There we go. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Three of Hearts, some kind of decision here. Pulling you in two different ways. Yep, it could be romance, for sure. Or it could be some kind of job situation. I think your last few readings, honestly, have been more career focused, increasing your finance. So let's see what's going on. Jack of Diamonds. Again, we have Earth energy with a Jack of Diamonds. Could be a younger Earth sign, such as a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, or this could be you, experiencing some kind of financial growth, and you're just feeling kind of inexperienced with it. That's the best word to encapsulate that is going on with this Jack of Diamonds. Let's see what's going on though. More information, more cards. Five of Spades, Six of Hearts. So the Six of Hearts is about options and opportunities presenting themselves to you, usually in the realm of personal relationships. And yes, again, finance is highlighted with that. Interestingly though, this is why I stopped for a second. The Five of Spades tells me there's some kind of break off from that. Are you blocking relationships right now? Like you've gotten a taste of something that you didn't like the feel of it, you weren't feeling it. It's a change. It's a change in that direction. Okay, the Six of Hearts is very much about, like I said, you're open to relationships, but the Five of Spades is quite contradictory. I almost feel like it's you presenting this change. Like suddenly you're closed off to the idea. You're not open to relationships at all. Like I said, it's almost like you got a bittersweet, or a bitterness. Let's say, you got a bitterness out of some kind of interaction. Perhaps you have with somebody. Something didn't sit with you right. Something really turned you off to that path. And perhaps, yeah, you are focusing more on finance. But you have been for a while. It's destined here. Whatever happened here. Six of Spades does talk about following your life path, which is actually positive. In so doing, you're opening yourself up to more options and opportunities. So in other words, whatever transpired here is not going to keep you stuck. It's actually unsticking you from perhaps a dynamic or something that was going on. I mean, there is an emphasis a little bit on finance here, but honestly, it's more about the emotional aspect, which I'm surprised to you, Taurus. You're not usually mixed up in those emotional, sticky things, but hey, it happens to all of us. If we're going to be relating with other humans, that's going to happen, right? Yeah, you're on a new start here about following your heart, and this could be more of an emphasis on relationships. Perhaps the Five of Spades there was a break off from a particular person. It was a new opportunity, and you just like broke it off. Like, nope, not doing that. Like I said, I think something, I think something turned you off pretty quickly. It was abrupt. And you're resolute here to stay focused on following your heart. Let's keep going. Ask for more information on the Taurus in February. And yeah, this is the month of Valentine's Day and all that. So I have a feeling a lot of these readings are going to talk more about the emotional aspect of our relationships, our connection to a significant other. The Nine of Clubs, a sense of achievement, something completed here that you're feeling very satisfied with. Like whatever goals you set out for yourself, you accomplished. I'm getting a sense I'm talking to a Taurus who's resolute about following their heart. And I do think it's about relationships. Like you had broken off with somebody in the past and you've had bad experiences in the past, and your achievement here could very possibly be that you cut something off before it got out of hand, before it went too far, before it became a problem, before it got to the point where you were really hating it. It could be that sense of achievement is with that contentment. And yeah, I think we feel proud of ourselves when we're resolute about something. Like, I'm just going to use something silly as an example, but like, I'm not going to overeat anymore. Nope, not going to do it. And let's say you find yourself in that situation with the trigger food or the food that you can't resist. And you are able to resist it. And usually you can. Even when you're resolute about it, you keep going back into the same patterns. We all do that. We all do that, honestly. And it's like something's changed this time where you're like, no, I'm not doing it. Even though you're pulled in that direction and you have a very strong propensity to get caught up in that, you're refusing, and this time it worked. That's that sense of achievement I'm feeling there. Queen of Clubs. It could have involved a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I think Taurus does get mixed up with Leos a lot. That's my experience because I've known a lot of Tauruses. And it's not always good. We bump heads. Doesn't have to be a female either. There's my disclaimer about being queen. But they had some kind of power and authority in some sense of the word. Power and authority, not necessarily over you, but just somebody who kind of like, stands on their own 2 feet. Perhaps it is connected to their career, and they have some kind of like, position that kind of gives them that sense of a power and authority. You kind of carry that around in life. Once you're a supervisor or a business owner, I think we kind of carry that around with us. Like, yeah, I'm a supervisor, so you kind of expect to be treated that way. For example, could be this queen. This could also be you on the flip side of that, just feeling more in control, but not over the top, because it's not king, it's definitely queen. You could have fire in your chart. Maybe you're embracing more of that fire in your chart. Fire signs and earth signs, I think, can be similar in some ways, especially in being fixed, for example, or having passionate conviction. So maybe you're embracing more of that fire element than your earth element. The Three of Spades. You're worried about something. You're still stressed out about something. Whatever transpired, probably back here. But you also have a 3 here with the 3 of Hearts about being pulled emotionally in 2 different directions. I don't think it's about people. I don't think it's about people. You broke something off. So I don't think it's a matter of choosing between people. I don't think it's that simple for you. Perhaps you're trying to figure out how to, what's the word, like, utilize your energy now that you're not focused on relationships. And it's stressing you out. Because I think your last reading, if you want to review that last reading, Taurus, it will pop up at the end of the video. Or you can go to my channel and review your playlist. I'm pretty sure you had this card about pursuing partnership in some sense, like a sense of companionship, a sense of closeness. I wasn't sure if it was about romance. I thought the closeness, companionship could have been somebody in business, for example. Not that you're romantically involved, but just, being on the same page with somebody, really being in sync with them. I'm tending to think this is more about relationships, removed from the business context. This is your personal life. This is how you're fulfilled emotionally. And something here is stressing you out, and you're worried about something. I guess things aren't going real smooth, which we kind of see that here. I don't see it as earth-shattering. I don't see it as, so terrible. You probably see it differently. 8 of Diamonds. Yes, you're still on this entrepreneurial path. That has been a theme on your readings since October, November of 2022. Doing your own thing. And reaping rewards from the energy and time and effort you're putting into this. Great reward. So you're still on that path. So, okay, that tells me you're still on the path of pursuing an increase in your finances, an increase in your abundance. And the Jack of Diamonds is indicating you're still in the beginning phases of that. Or perhaps the wealth is starting to come in and you're adjusting, right? Jack being that younger, inexperienced energy, not knowing exactly how to handle it. Not that it's a bad thing. It's not that kind of, I don't know how to handle it, but yeah, now that I have this extra abundance, what's the safest, smartest thing to do with it? For example, do I upgrade the home or do I wait? Looking at the economy and the way it's moving these days. 6 of Clubs, you're still going through a lot of personal growth. I'm pretty sure we saw that in your last reading. And this is leading to more options and opportunities that it's going to mature you in some way that you haven't experienced before. Personal growth can be in any way. I do want to emphasize that. It can be emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, materially, for sure. Another card here to tell me what's going on with Taurus and not pursuing this relationship opportunity back here. The Fool card. Yeah, you don't know what's ahead of you here. The Joker energy is about, for me, things about being up in the air and just not being settled. But in traditional tarot, this is also the Fool card. It's the black and white Joker, in case you can't see that. The Fool energy is about, again, new starts and not really knowing what lies ahead. You're probably, feeling a little ungrounded, if that's a word, ungrounded, because of the dynamic of the Joker energy. If things just, you're not sure. It's a little bit of not being confident about going ahead, but you're just not sure. And the Fool, I will emphasize, really doesn't have a crystal ball. So they have no idea what lies ahead, what's around the corner. And that could be a good thing. It could be a good thing, because it's kind of open, right? It's kind of open. It's not necessarily an ominous, dark thing that you're about to come into. It could go either way. It's kind of neutral. Let's just put it that way. It's cards of advice. Something will be revealed to you here. Yeah, it's hidden to you at the moment. That could very much tie into that Fool energy of not knowing what lies ahead, about how to proceed in this Three of Hearts situation of not knowing what to choose and being pulled in two different directions. Yeah, for example, you may actually get a very clear indication of which way to go. Whatever thing that's pulling you. I'm not sure what's pulling you. If I hadn't made that clear, I'm just interpreting the energy that I see here, and I do see it. I tend to see things more emotional, like what we're experiencing internally, not like physically. Like here's a house, here's a cat, here's a dog, here's a tree. Okay, this is your internal experience connected to external events, but always this internal experience, because that really is where external events come from, right? Five of Clubs, Ten of Diamonds. The Five of Clubs talks about a need for change. It is changes in itself, but it's a need for changes, usually in lifestyle. That's interesting. Because the Ten of Diamonds talks about great prosperity and success and wrapping up a chapter. So I'm not picking up that you need to wrap up this chapter about this prosperity that you're after, because you have been on this course where you are pursuing success in some form very strongly. Again, if you want to review those last readings, you'll see that. The Five of Diamonds indicates to me that you need to change that course in some manner. Perhaps even ramp it up. That's very interesting, because I think the last reading you were actually you're still hanging in there, and I think the reading before that you were trying to decide if you should drop this pursuit. So maybe there's an indication here you need to, because something's being revealed. Four of Hearts talks about you have great support around you and connection. You are feeling supported and connected, even though personal relationship pursuit may not be there. This personal relationship could have been like this dream business partnership, for example. The person that you thought was really going to help you get things off the ground professionally, and it's just you like breaking it off. That would actually make a lot of sense why you're pulled emotionally, because you're like, I really need somebody to help me with this, but I you still want to do this on your own. You want to be the entrepreneur. You want to be the creator of your destiny and your abundance. And yeah, you're still pretty green at it. Jack of Diamonds energy and experience. Wow. Yeah, this may not be about personal relationships, but we still have you following your heart, and that definitely could still pertain professionally into what your financial goals are, for example, your success, what you want to achieve. Seven of Clubs. If you don't change this course, this professional course, actually I shouldn't say professional, whatever this course is leading to this ultimate success, you're gonna feel tied down with it. This is confinement. This is the prisoner card, feeling trapped, like something's going nowhere. Oh, so you're gonna get stuck in some kind of cycle here. You're gonna get stuck in this cycle of pursuing success. It's that clear to me. Huh. I'm really teetering both ways with whatever you broke off here. Very well could have been romantic. I think there's a message here not to get too focused on the success, even though you've been very focused the last couple months. You're being advised not to do that. It's going to be a trap for you in some way. Because I think you really desire this. I read this as you feeling the support and connection, which you probably are, but this is also in your cards of advice. This is what you really want. And the fours do have to do with the home life, feeling supported and connected at home in whatever form that takes. families are not black and white anymore. They can take all different forms, right? The people we cohabitate with. More cards of advice for Taurus. February 2023. This is quite revealing, Taurus. I'm going to say it's quite revealing. More cards of advice about Taurus. Wish fulfillment. In terms of advice, again, this could be speaking about following your true, deepest desires, your wish fulfillment, or this is, again, where you're headed with all this. Well, however this is unfolding, let's not forget Heart of Destiny and Fate. And this is, to me, that's things that are meant to be, right? In some sense of the word, we do have free will, but I think some things are meant to be. And wish fulfillment and really following your heart are being highlighted here. Whoa. 3 of Diamonds, another 3. I see these threes as little, again, these points of stress of which way do I go. Not necessarily decisions, but just kind of being pulled in 2 different directions. There's confusion around income and finances with the 3 of Diamonds. I won't lie to you about that. Especially if you're being advised to change course. That's a very strong message. You're being advised to change course. I'll tell you, when I read the cards of advice, I usually get some kind of message this way and one this way, and they don't always have to do it the same thing, but I think this does. So it's more important to follow your heart's desire here. And you're probably going to feel conflicted about it. I think it's warning you that you are going to feel a little confused about, okay, if I'm really this go-getter, if I'm really this ambitious person, if I'm changing course, you're probably afraid of losing the ground that you've already established in that direction of this success. 2 of Hearts. You're still desiring this companionship and this closeness. This came out in your last reading. I know it did. Yeah. If you're not, especially if you're not attached to somebody in a close, significant relationship, romantic, especially in that sense. If you're in a relationship, you are desiring closeness let me rephrase that, to reestablish the closeness or to deepen it. I think when we do get too wrapped up in our careers, we can certainly stray in the sense that we're not putting time and energy into this anymore, right? So that starts to suffer. And you deep down inside want that, especially in your home. Taurus likes the security around the home. Very earthbound. You know, a place to land, the place where everything's calm, secure, the bills are paid, you have the fire going, you have food on the table, you have peace and tranquility, whatever you require, because home is your haven. 8 of Spades. This is encouraging you to spend more time with family or friends. If you're not hooked up already in a relationship, if you go out and mingle and be social, the chance here of meeting that special person is very high with the 8 of Hearts. So it is about socialization on the one hand, and if you are in that deep relationship already that you want to continue to deepen and to continue to grow, you need to spend more time in that direction, socializing, having fun, celebrating, going out, whatever it means. Going camping. I don't think Taurus is like camping. Even though they're earth signs, I've known a couple Tauruses who are not into camping because they like their luxury, and you don't usually get that at camping. you get dirty and cold and wet sometimes, so whatever that means, it's about relaxation. It's getting away from this. Yep, it's getting away from that, because that's going to lead you into this trap, and you're not going to like it. You're going to come to this realization, if you haven't, after going through this reading. I think that's what the truth that's going to come out here. You're going to realize that's why you feel so conflicted. How sweet is that? How nicely did that all fit together? Wow, superstar reading there, Taurus. I'm going to end it there. If you enjoyed this reading, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped. I hope it gave you some insight, some guidance. If you would like to see when the next one comes out, make sure you're subscribed and you hit notifications. Again, if you would like to make a donation, feeling generous, want to show your appreciation, I have my link to my Buy Me a Coffee page at the end, the bottom of the description box. Just copy and paste that into your browser. It takes you right there, okay? All right. You hang in there. You hang in there. And don't forget what's important. Take care until I see you again.